everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing 10 air fryer recipes with you all. These are brand new recipes, which I hope you will all enjoy. I have done so many more videos just like this one, so I will link them all down below. So if you want a few more air fryer recipes, then definitely go and check those videos out. If you're watching me for the first time, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down there. Like I said, I post loads of air fryer videos, but I also post loads of other foodie videos too. Also over my Instagram, I post loads of foodie content too. So if you're looking for some yummy meal ideas, then I would love for you to follow me here and follow me over on Instagram as well. So with all that said, I'm just going to jump straight on into this video. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Right, so what I have got here to make my creamy pork chops is some pork chops. I have just cut away the fat on here because there was quite a lot on these pork chops, so I just wanted to take the sort of like rindy bit away. So what I'm first of all going to do is pop these into the air fryer. I'm going to put them in on 204 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes. That's going to cook them through really nicely, and while they're cooking I'm going to make up my nice creamy sauce. So I've got some creme fraiche here, I've got some mustard powder, garlic, and I've also got some veg stock and salt and pepper. So to this dish, which is part of the accessory kit that I have linked below, I'm going to add in 300 ml of creme fraiche along with 100 ml of veggie stock. To that I'll add in 5 cloves of garlic, because it's going to be a nice garlicky sauce, and 1 teaspoon of mustard powder along with some salt and pepper as well. Once my pork chops have finished cooking, I will then take them out and let them rest on a board while I just heat through my creamy sauce. I'm going to make sure my sauce is all nicely mixed together, and then I'll pop it into the air fryer on 182 degrees centigrade just for 5 minutes. That's plenty time to heat it through. While it's heating through, I will be just slicing up my pork chops. I think they're really nice served sliced up on some rice with your creamy garlic sauce on top. What I'm going to do here is some avocado wrapped in bacon. So I'm going to cut my avocado in half and take it out of its skin. I'm then going to cut it into little fingers, and I will be getting my bacon streaks. This is streaky bacon. I'll be slicing it in half, and then I'll be wrapping each half around one of the fingers. I will then pop my avocado into my air fryer on 204 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. This will make the avocado nice and warm, but it will also make the bacon so nice and crispy, and them together is just a perfect pairing, and it makes a really delicious snack, either to serve up for guests or just to enjoy by yourself. For my avocado chips, I have again sliced my avocado into little finger-sized pieces, and then I have got some breadcrumbs here. This is just packet breadcrumbs that I am going to be using. I'm then just going to get each little finger of avocado, and I'm going to coat it really well in the breadcrumbs. You don't need to add any egg to this at all to make it stick anymore, because the avocado is quite wet itself. The breadcrumbs do stick to it really easily. For these, I'm just going to stick them into the air fryer on 204 degrees centigrade for 8 minutes, and they'll come out lovely, crispy and golden brown, and a perfect healthy alternative to chips. Okay, so what I've got here is 2 chicken breasts that I've just cut in half so they're nice and thin. The reason I've done this is because I think it is nicer having this with thin chicken breasts. I have also got some mozzarella cheese here too, and I have got some breadcrumbs again. These are again just the ones from a little pot, like a pre-made breadcrumbs, but you can make your own if you'd prefer. So what I'm going to do is just get a piece of mozzarella cheese and lay it on top of one of the chicken breasts, and then I'm going to get that chicken breast and then just cover it in breadcrumbs. Make sure you keep your mozzarella cheese on top of your chicken and coat them together. Again, I'm not going to use any egg for this as well, because the breadcrumbs stick to the chicken really well just as it is. Once I've coated my chicken breasts nicely, I'll pop them into my air fryer, and I will set my air fryer on the chicken setting, which is 182 degrees centigrade, for 14 minutes. As you can see, when they come out, they are really lovely cooked, and the cheese on top has melted so nicely. So when you cut through it, you get some nice crispy chicken as well as some nice soft cheese. for this Parmesan ravioli, I have obviously got some pre-made ravioli. This is just a Jamie Oliver's one, and then I have also got some grated Parmesan cheese here as well. So what I'm going to start off by doing is putting my ravioli into some boiling water and just let it cook for a couple of moments. This is just going to soften your pasta down a little bit. Once it's cooked for a couple of moments, I'm then just going to drain it off, and I'm going to put it into a bowl where I will then just coat it really well with my grated Parmesan. I'm going to mix it all together to make sure my Parmesan is on every single piece of ravioli before putting it into my air fryer. I'm going to put it into my air fryer on 182 degrees centigrade for 8 minutes, and when it comes out, the Parmesan cheese has gone so nice and crispy, but the inside of the ravioli is still lovely and soft. For my minted lamb burgers, I'm obviously going to be having lamb and mint in there. So I've got some mint sauce, and I do find you do need to be quite generous when it comes to your mint sauce in here, because the lamb mince is obviously quite a strong flavour, so you need to even that out with quite a bit of mint sauce. So in here I've got 400 grams of lamb mince, and I've also put in some salt and pepper as well. I have again been quite generous with that too. So what I'm going to do is get my mint sauce, and I'm going to put in, I know this sounds a lot, but I'm going to put in 4 teaspoons of mint sauce. So that is quite generous, but you're not going to need to add any eggs or anything else to this, because the mint sauce is going to help combine your mixture together. So then I'm just going to go in with my hands, and I'm going to give this a really good mix around, making sure all the mint sauce is dispersed into my lamb mince evenly. I'm then going to form them into burger shapes and put them into my air fryer on the steak setting, which is 182 degrees centigrade for 8 minutes. When they come out, as you will see, they are so juicy and they are perfect. With this beef mince, I'm going to show you how I make my meatballs in the air fryer. So I'm actually going to be making spaghetti meatballs, but I always find that quite a lot of fat comes off the beef mince. I've got a 5% mince here, but I still find that quite a lot of fat still comes off it. So cooking it in the air fryer, it just means all of that fat runs off it. So what I'll just start off by doing is putting this meat into a bowl and combining it with my hands. To my mince, I'll also be adding 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs, and I'll also add 1 egg to keep everything together and combine it. I'm not going to add anything else because all of my flavour is going to be in my sauce. Once I've made them into little balls, I will then put them in my air fryer on 182 degrees centigrade for 7 minutes. I don't want to cook these all the way through. I'm still going to leave them a little pink in the middle because they will carry on cooking in my sauce. After 7 minutes at 182 degrees centigrade, as you can see, they come out really nicely cooked, and you can see all the fat that's come off these meatballs and not gone into your pasta sauce. To make these cheese straws, I've got some short crust pastry here. I have got some Parmesan cheese that I have grated up quite finely, and I've also put in some salt and pepper in here as well. And then I have got 1 egg that I'll be whisking up. So what I'm going to start off by doing is rolling out my puff pastry and then cutting it into long strips, and then I'll be twisting each strip. Once each strip has been twisted, I will get my egg and I will coat it with a little brush before sprinkling over some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put them into my air fryer on 204 degrees centigrade for 7 minutes. After 7 minutes, as you can see, they come out really nice and crispy. The cheese has gone nice and hard and crunchy, and they are just a delicious snack to have as they are, or with a little dip too. For this bread pudding, I have got a loaf of brioche. I'm not going to use this whole loaf. I'll probably use about half of it. I've got some white chocolate and I've got some frozen raspberries, but you can use frozen or fresh for this. And then what I'm going to cook it in is this little like oven proof or air fryer proof tin. So what I'm going to start off by doing is getting my brioche loaf, and I'm going to cut it into little chunks. I'm then going to pop 1 layer of brioche into my tin along with some chocolate and some raspberries, and then I'm going to do like a little layered effect. So it's going to have some chocolate and some raspberries in every layer of this, and then on the top again I'll just scatter on some white chocolate, and then I'll also scatter on some more raspberries as well. I'm then going to pop this into the air fryer on 182 degrees centigrade only only for 4 minutes. That's just going to give it enough time for the chocolate to melt, but also for the brioche to go a little bit nice and crispy as well. And then after that time, it's ready to serve. You can serve this by itself, or you can serve it with a dollop of ice cream. It's a really, really quick and easy dessert that will always go down really well. This is going to become French toast. It's also known as eggy bread. So what I've done here is I've cut up some brioche slices. Brioche is like a sweet bread in itself. This does work with normal bread as well, but I just think brioche is the best. And then in this bowl here, I have got 4 eggs. The reason I've got 4 eggs is because I've got 5 thick pieces of bread here. I have got 3 heaped teaspoons of creme fraiche. I've got 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I would actually put cinnamon in here instead, but I don't have any. And then I have got 2 teaspoons of sugar as well. This is the stevia sugar. It's just a natural sugar. So if you don't have this, just use normal sugar and that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is just whisk up this egg mixture together until it's nice and combined. If you don't have creme fraiche, then single or double cream works just as well. Once your mixture's combined, you then want to get 1 piece of your brioche bread and you just want to dip it into your egg mixture. So I'm just going to spoon some of my egg mixture over the top of my brioche bread as well, and then I'm just going to leave it in here to soak up all of the nice juices for a couple of minutes. Once your bread has been soaking on both sides for a couple of minutes, you then just want to take off any excess egg from it. I'm then going to cook this in my air fryer on 182 degrees centigrade for 7 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time for your eggs to be cooked on the outside, but your bread still to be nice and moist on the inside. To serve this, you can have it just as it is out the air fryer, or if you want to make it a little bit sweeter, you can give it a little dusting of some extra sugar as well. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out all my other videos and press that subscribe button if you haven't done already. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!